How's it going, Taurus community? So let's go ahead and get started with the introduction. Right away, I was governed to the What's the Tea Oracle to see what's gonna come out. I've kind of gotten some hints in the cleansing, but I kind of don't want to jump to conclusions on what's going on with the Taurus or where things can be rooted from. So, divine, and angels, what is it that needs to come out for this introduction for the Taurus frequency? So, I have haunted, memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. That's something that's right there that's really up front with you. And these two cards want to come out. Hustling in reverse, making it rain, focused on money, getting it. You could be making moves, but in a sense you're not making moves. You're blocking off. You don't want things to get too close. And it could be masked by always partying, trying to be the life of the party. The Casanova, the Bachelor, the Bachelorette kind of thing. Always trying to keep yourself free from certain attachments, I think. Have something moving in silence. It could have to do with these people. It could have to do with keeping you stuck as well. But whatever it is, it's more than one thing. What else needs to come out? It's about resources. About resources for somebody. Ooh, you see that moving on is in reverse, and I'm told one more card. What is this last card? Last two cards. Not seeing something that's unfazed, and you're not seeing something that ain't shit. Let's see. There's a choice here that's been made for somebody. It looked really, really, really good at the moment. Whatever this contract is, whatever this partnership, it looked really good at the moment. But on the other side of it, it keeps you stuck. It's not a sunny day. It's more of a down kind of energy. What it is you could be keeping somebody's misery company, whoever this is, and you're not seeing that it ain't shit. That this situation does not have to govern your whole life. But the whole thing is, Taurus, what we talk about, not confronting fears. So in a sense, you're kind of keeping your head down, focusing on something else. So you don't have to feel the full extent of whatever this is. So you don't have to confront. So you don't have to get out of that comfort zone. I don't know, but doing that has also blinded you to the people behind your back doing things. Be careful, Taurus. Be careful how you handle this stuff. Be careful if you want to keep this all piled up for 10, 20 more years to where you're still using a lot of distractions so you don't have to feel things, which keep you from confronting your fears. So let's get started with this present. What is it, divine and universal energy, that wants to come out for this present? This moves in silence. What is it? 10 of Cups. I don't know, whoever this is, they know that this isn't it. They know that this isn't it. This isn't the ideal outcome. They could know particularly that this is not your happy place. This person doesn't want to be stuck in something. I don't know what it is. Stuck in poverty, I'm hearing. Ooh. I have an Empress in reverse, the Fool, and the Knight of Swords. This person is a bad Empress. A bad Empress. Bad person. This isn't a good person. This is a person who needs to go kick rocks. That's what I'm seeing here. Because this person has this agenda of not being stuck. And I feel like because it's a lot of glitz and glamour that they're focused on, they don't want to be stuck in poverty. There's something here about your resources that feeds them, that feeds what they want, that feeds what they feel like they quote unquote need. With this King of Swords, usually this is the King of Swords. Oh. With this King of Swords here in reverse, King of Swords in uprights, taking care of business. This is a person, could be a person of the law in upright, but this is a corrupt person in reverse. This is a person who only has the it's my way or the highway type of mentality. And you pair this with this Empress. This Empress is actually supposed to represent Taurus. Taurus is because it's that Venus energy, shows much about what we relate to and what we love. So right now, there's something here on the flip side that you could have bonded with this person. There's something here where you could have been trying to save them. I don't know yet. I don't know. But you somehow got attached to this person, and it had to do with something that you loved, maybe something that you were relating to. But it's worked out differently. Maybe it has to do with this past. It's a hard lesson. This is a hard lesson that you're going through right now. But what's harder is not making the moves to change things, is not making the moves to heal. And that's why you're stuck here, Taurus. You are stuck here because you're not honoring this contract to move forward. And as we talk about this, the Seven of Pentacles, you need to work. Work needs to be done here for what? What does this say? An awakening. An awakening for what? Five of Swords. Knowing when to walk away. Knowing when to step away, not to abandon anybody, not even to abandon yourself, but to start to heal yourself. What is it that you actually fear here? And what I heard is rejection. After I said that, you fear rejection. Everybody fears rejection. Rejection sucks. Don't feel like the only one to fear rejection. But then that fear of rejection and never making moves keeps you stuck, Taurus. Keep that in mind. Two more cards we're not seeing that comes on to these Five of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Oh. So the moon talks about things that we believe in. Five of Pentacles in reverse, you're getting out the cold. So what I get is you promised yourself at some point in your time, in your path, or in your past, or on your path, you promised yourself something in particular. And you did this so that you would never be out on the cold again. I promise I'm not going to do this. I promise I'm not going to let somebody get close like that again. I promise that I'm not going to fall for whatever gender's tricks. It could be something like that. I mean, we could learn a lot of things. We could learn a lot of things from other people, other experiences, especially experiences that we didn't have choices in. And a lot of times, we make these really, really big promises to ourselves to protect ourselves. Right here, there is a belief. There is a certain belief in the past with past people behind you on your path that you did not want to do something again. All right, so we made it to the conclusion here. Thank you, Taurus. Community, for your patience as we're navigating this. So let's ask our guides, angels, ancestors, divine and universal energy, what needs to come out for the conclusion, for the Taurus frequency? Something we're not seeing. Taurus, believe in them. Believe that you have support. I mean it. I almost want to cry. Believe it. You have not been abandoned. You were never abandoned at a younger age from your ancestors, your guides, your angels. You know, divine, universal energy. They haven't abandoned you. They're still here for you. So what is it? What is it that I'm holding on so dearly? It's this card right here. Cast away negativity. Look at that. I'm going to let you know. And the exact word I heard is flunkies. You need to cut these flunkies out. It's time. You gotta get out of this frequency. However, you gotta tone yourself down. You gotta take step backs from, you trying to move towards your purpose, towards your healing. You gotta cut that out. You gotta cut it out. They're not for you. It's time to come full circle with it. You don't need them. They technically don't need you. Life is still gonna go on for them. Safe travels. This lands on that moves in silence. What I'm hearing, that's that confronting. What do you do with this confronting, with this emotion? Because we talked about conflicting, confronting, and controlling earlier. So this is the confronting. Nothing's going to work. Nothing is going to feel like it's sound. In a sense, like what's another word? Nothing's gonna feel like it's going to do anything until you start to feel what you need to feel. When you start to feel what you need to feel, when you start to open up to how you feel, then that's gonna start to unblock your mental state. Remember, because your mental being, your spiritual being, your physical being, your emotional being all have blocks. They're all blocked. So right now we need to get into that emotional being and the spiritual being. When we can get into the emotional and spiritual being, we start to align with them, align with how we're feeling, aligning with our truths, validating ourselves. Then we're going to bring that mental being in. And then that's going to calm down some of the ways that we think, some of the ways that we feel, some of the ways that we're over focusing on trying to not have this past happen or not be hurt. We have to first give ourselves permission to feel. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your patience. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for coming in and helping out. And I hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.